Our storage agency does a lot of work with you guys. We actually are you offering incentives right now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we got $15,000.
Oh, we're good now? Okay.
That's not worrying.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so this morning we're going to go ahead and get started. We have Highland Homes. This is Ginger and Kate and Todd. There were three. Where are you?
So I'm actually the sales manager. I support our team on the west side of Metroplex.
Very good. So
Yeah.
sales manager, this is Kate. Ginger is at Tavola Park. So she's got 13. She's going to tell you about 15 and 12, mostly 12.
Mostly inventory. It's 13 opportunities left, not counting coddle. So I have a lot of homes under construction for as inventory available. And then I have one lot left for a build job.
So outstanding. And yes, you know
If you have
Kristen.
business cards and you want to win.
Hello.
And this is Todd.
Hi,
Todd,
everybody.
Todd's at Walsh Ranch with Highland Homes. So we're going to let them have a little time to spend with you guys and somebody signing out. Hello, Ashley. Good to see you. So we have people joining in.
Hello.
So Cherie is in Bell County in Belton.
Okay.
She's our office manager down there. And then Ashley's one of our agents and she's joining us remotely. And we'll have more people probably pop on. There's Cherie.
Hello.
Hello.
So the camera's back there in the back corner, so that's where you'll be talking. Hello, Tim. Come on.
Sorry, I'm late.
You're on time,
Somebody else
actually.
brought breakfast.
Yep, we got good stuff. So let me turn it over. Who wants to talk? Todd, Ginger.
You're just gonna kick off.
Go right ahead.
I'm Ginger. I'm in Tavola Park. Do you guys know where that's located? Yes. Okay. Chisholm Trail in Alta Mesa. And we're winding down over there. I'm down to 13 opportunities, one lot left. If you have somebody who wants to build and pick all things, and we're from the low fives with that scenario. And then we have otherwise like 13 inventory homes. Either I have complete all the way to summer, and then some we haven't started yet. So good opportunities. We have 15,000. We have 15,000 towards closing costs with the in-house lender. Are you guys seeing a lot of people doing buy downs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So of course we're doing that. You know, on inventory homes, I might be able to make more magic happen, right? Because Kate will say, do it. And no pressure. No pressure.
True.
So come on in and let's put something together. We're always looking to put a deal together and we can be creative. So keep that in mind. It's not always about price because price doesn't always benefit the buyer as much as maybe buying down and impacting their monthly payment. So, and then for you guys, we have $5,000 bonus.
What?
And that's on, I know, what? We have, it's on inventory homes and build jobs,
Wow.
company-wide. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
She did. She sent me a text message on Christmas Eve. And she was like, oh, by the way, you have $5,000.
By the way.
But we don't do it for the
Yeah.
money. We do it for the love.
Yeah.
Right?
She felt very loved.
We had a close last month with Highland, and my buyer locked in at 3.85, I think. It was insane.
Wow.
Doing the buy down with Highland, and Allie was great to work with, and Highland's great to work with.
Thank
and
you.
love Kate, and I've not met y'all. but-
Stop it.
How many of y'all have shown a Highland home, sold a Highland home?
Okay.
Most
That's
of
a
you.
lot.
Yay.
Yay.
Good. Okay. I love to see that.
Well, I'll tell you a little bit about where I am. Don't leave Walsh out. Has anybody been to Walsh? We all know where Walsh is. Yes, I'm in Walsh. There's two of us, Lane, Mitchell and I are partners out there. We have 4 product lines. We've got 2 different townhome products. They're in the 400s. What? That's good. And then we have 50s and 60s. We have a brand new, sorry. We have a brand new 60s model that I'm officing in. And then hopefully by the middle of the month, we'll have our new 50s model open and Lane will be in that one. And then we have some decorated 22-foot models of our townhomes. So whatever it is the buyers that you have are looking for, we have a solution for them. We are phenomenal partners. We'll work with you in any way we can. If you can't be there, if you're double booked, you got 3 or 4 people, hey, just call us, say, hey, so-and-so's coming out. We take care of them. We give you a courtesy call, let you know what all we talked about. You're on the deal. No issues. So you don't physically have to be there if you can't be there.
Be everywhere.
Has anybody heard of what's the word? Social media.
Yeah, that.
Anyway, so I know that Jimmy is really focused on social media because according to my folks that are big into social media, about 80% of their business starts off with their social media posts, whether it be first post or even a referral from somebody that received it to somebody else. So it is big and it does work. Jimmy has offered to pay for all of your videography, no money out of your pocket to get that exposure. And we want to be a good partner too. We have lots of inventory. Ginger's got several completed inventory. We have a bunch that's coming up, and you don't have to have the home complete in order to shoot video and to highlight, what's happening. You can shoot the lot. You can shoot the home construction. Wow, look how clean this is. You can eat off these floors. Who does that? Highland does. The views, angles, you can shoot amenities. It doesn't matter. You can come out and have it all done. You can do 20 or 30 different videos or pictures in one
Market it as your
event
own.
and market it as your own. We don't have to be on there as long as we sell them together. We plan on a realtor partner being on every one of our deals. So
Mhm.
we would love to sell every home with you.
Sounds great. What I would ask of you guys is, Ginger, if you don't mind, you can send me the stuff that we just talked about in email.
Mhm.
Because what I'm gonna do is I'll put it on our Slack channel, so like they'll have $5,000
Yes, you'll have
bonus
the
and all the
free
things that you guys
postings.
got going.
Yes.
If you'll send that to me, I'll put it in our Slack channel.
Yeah, I'll
that
send it
later
to you
this
with the
afternoon.
inventory.
So everybody has it.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, and if-
That's it.
So guys, if you're not doing anything, please go shoot video at Highland Homes. Wall
I was
Ranch,
gonna say,
Boulevard.
we
I'll
talked about that as a
Yeah.
company. I'm gonna get with photographer Jenny and everybody that said they wanted to do it, and we'll set up time to go.
this
So
is like
Danielle's
your
point
third
person.
channel?
And even
Well,
if
we
you just
didn't know when we were gonna do it, but
Okay.
Yeah, even if you're just out and about, stop in. I'll hold the camera and I'll shoot you. I've done live video and yeah, we're
Because
whatever you
one of our
need.
last homes in Walsh, when Holly and I came out there, it was the one with the round island, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I did that, like a little spin around. I think we got like 10,000 views off.
Whoa,
Just
that's
Like,
great.
and it was super simple.
Amazing.
In Tavola Park, do y'all have 2 bedrooms? Are y'all the
I
ones
have
building-
one plan that I can build as a 2-bedroom. It starts out if you look at our plans online, they're all interactive and you can push buttons and it changes the plan. This one particular plan has your primary and you can take the 2 secondaries and combine it into a flex or like a flex gen.
Okay,
Okay, so that would be the one.
but you don't have
plan.
any built that are
No,
like that. Okay, no worries. One
No.
of my clients said he saw something down there, but maybe it was
it was
TV built.
Ladera.
Was it?
It
Okay,
was Ladera.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's what they do over there.
Got it.
It's in the gated part.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know it's not your product, but as far as resale, do you feel like those are problematic in that area?
Are you about Ladera? I feel like you kind of pigeonhole yourself to a certain buyer profile,
Right.
right? So, so I've had several people go back and look there and go,
Yeah,
we're not ready for that.
Okay.
Hey, what about that 2-bedroom that had the gift wrap room or the workout room? The actual,
Yeah,
got that.
that's, yeah.
no, well, he was looking in that area and he's one of our special friends that waited for the market to correct
Right.
and no longer wants to pay for what he actually wants.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I have 3-bedroom homes out there with entertainment rooms and a study, 2,300 feet. And I even have, if he's looking for smaller, I have one that's about 2,200. That's 3 bedrooms with a study.
okay,
Some of these properties are 3-car garage little houses.
Yeah.
Which is just caught fire over there
Yeah.
last year.
okay, cool. I'll check it
Yeah.
out and see, because he's getting like to the.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Good to see you guys.
Glad to come in.
Nice to meet
Thank you.
y'all.
Thank you.
Hey, were we doing stuff through the
Thanks,
summer? Will we doing those stuff through the summer, like lunch and learns we do on Wednesdays? Would you guys be open to coming back and doing something like that for
Let
lunch and
us
learns?
know. We'll provide the food. Yeah.
That'd be great. So
And you
I'll
know
reach
what,
out.
even more powerful is they have in the model.
2 new tires.
We might do a field trip during the summer.
I've got a brand new
Yeah.
model that is top.
I like that idea, Todd. Thank you, bud. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you. Kate, thank you for
Nice to
coming.
meet you. Thank you.
Thank you guys so
Thanks for
much.
having us. Talk to
Thank
soon.
you. Have a great day. All right. I'm home. Well, hello, everybody. How are you?
Yeah, I did.
Welcome to March. Yes.
I was like, I'm talking.
Hey, okay. Who's got your business cards? Come on. Business cards. We have a drawing.
Money.
Money, gift cards.
Here, they're right here.
All right, there. Is everybody in here?
Make sure you get the right one.
Right. That's right. Jimmy, I'll let you pull the names.
Yes. What? Oh, that's right.
Here, I'm gonna put Todd's in there.
Christina is like Holly and I.
Todd, you're
I can
Danielle.
win.
She
I can,
wins.
hey, I'm eligible.
Okay.
Ryan, I'm gonna let you do the honors of drawing.
No.
Is that, that'd be better.
I'm making this card. You just.
Give me Megan's card and then if you don't have it, it's
You just don't tell her she won.
yeah, she's watching.
I'm sorry, Megan.
All right, here we go. So we'll let Maria. We'll let Maria. pick one.
Good, yes.
Maria,
All right, pick
we're
one.
good friends.
First card.
No freaking way.
Maria,
Yeah.
she's the winner. Number
All
one.
right.
Okay.
Right here.
Second.
It's Maria again.
I know, right?
Todd.
Hey!
first,
Oh.
And third gift card. I'm mixing them up good. I'm not. Okay, Maria, here we go.
Oh.
There's two.
Yeah.
Pick one. Okay, got that one? Andrew! All right, so here we go.
Here you go.
Thank you guys so much.
Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.
Look at your card, that's cool.
I know, thank you.
You picked the wrong one.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, I'm passing out cards, Jennifer,
That's what I wanna know.
Megan,
Oh, Patty right by there.
Joanna.
And eight.
Okay,
She was talking.
very good. Thank you. Sorry, I won't be back over that way again.
It says Brian and Jimmy.
Oh.
Okay, so I got a lot of information to get to you today, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to actually do a PowerPoint presentation this morning because it was so much information that I felt like you needed to read some of it. So let me present this. Share. We did a thing yesterday in our leadership meeting. We were talking about, Jimmy had a very long presentation in our meeting, and we were talking about if I just read this to you, are you going to understand it? And we were all, no, we want to read it along with you because that way we can hear you saying the words, your spin, but the words, reading it helps your brain kind of digest what you're actually hearing. So I did it this way late last night, so bear with me while I actually get started. So our core value today is we believe in faith and family should come first and our precious gifts to be savored. We will always create margin for both. We want to serve our clients, but we also want to serve our families well. We encourage margin and time off for our team members and want them to have a healthy work-life balance. Our hope is to see our team thrive personally. The reason I did this is because it's spring break, y'all. I don't know if y'all are aware of that, but next week is officially spring break for most of the schools. But that also means for us as realtors, what's that mean?
We're about to kick it into high gear.
We're about to kick it in high gear because as soon as, the 18th hits here, we get St. Patrick's Day next Sunday, and then we're full tilt all the way till the end of June usually. That's traditional. So now what we saw in pandemic, I don't know, some of you guys have been through pandemic and some of you haven't. But the thing we saw in pandemic was that it was like that all year long for 2 years solid. And some of the things that I'm going to tell you deal with some of the stuff we saw in pandemic. But what we are seeing right now is much more traditional. I've had several people reach out and say, hey, are you slow? Well, that's a relative term because at the end of February, it traditionally is slow. If you've got people that are kind of hanging back a little bit, waiting for, things to occur, that's normal. That is what we have seen in real estate as long as I've been in it. And we're talking about 20 years. I don't know. Anyway, but so don't let that freak you out. What you need to be doing during this time is deepening your relationships with all of your people. I don't know how many people saw the CMA project that I offered out. I'm just letting y'all know I sent out 40 CMAs in 8 weeks. I had 28 conversations with people, and 6 of them are going to become listings or buyers. Just sending out a CMA, sending a video, saying, hey, sent you something in the mail, follow up a week later, having conversations. That's what doing that deep dive into your people can mean to you. So really, really focused on deepening your relationship. Okay, so Jimmy had this yesterday, and I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. I stole it. I straight up stole it because I thought it was really brilliant the way that he presented it and the thought process that went into it. So we're going to talk about vacation versus a retreat. So spring is coming. When we hit a point of exhaustion and weariness because of a frantic pace, frustrating leadership, annoyed clients, financial issues, or personal trials, you need a break. At that moment, you have to take a break and pull back. There's no way to keep going at the current pace. It is at this moment that you have two decisions. Take a vacation or retreat. A vacation. We're talking about vacation, but it's really a break from work to pursue an adventure. Do something new, visit friends, family, or often escape. A vacation can be a daily retreat from work and life, or an action-packed adventure or required visit for an event for friends or family. That's a repeat of what he said. Regardless of what it is, vacations typically involve some sort of escape and compartmentalization of work, stress, or whatever is not working out to accomplish. Even intentional vacations that are meant to recharge or motivate you, like a conference, a lot of times will still leave you feel empty and worse off when you come back to the daily grind. So I don't know about y'all, but when I start to go on vacation, like 3 days before I leave, everybody and their dog calls me. And the first 3 days of a vacation, I'm constantly on the phone. And my wife is used to it after 20 years. Is it normal?
No, I had to give up the massage on the beach. I was not happy.
I know. So, but this is part of that, what we're talking about here, because you get so wound up getting ready for a vacation. I start telling people in my email 3 weeks in advance, hey, I'm going to be out of town March the 9th through the 17th. Just let you know, spending time with my family. It's okay to schedule a vacation. It's okay to tell your people, I'm going to be out of town. If I'm going to be out of town, I know that I have you guys. I can get on Slack and go, hey, is anybody near this address this afternoon? Could they run by and open a door for me for my clients, please? You guys have that ability too. If you're out of town on vacation, you can still use the Slack channel. Please use us. That's
Well,
what
and not to mention, if you can't find a 6th Avenue agent, I've just used it a couple of times. I don't make a habit of it. But that Show Am I,
Mhm.
I mean, it's usually pretty effective because sometimes, a lot of times, like if I have a buyer that's, an hour and a half away, because I'll have people who'll call me at 3:00 on a Monday. Well, can you show me a house at 5:30, an hour and a half away? No, I have to get straight to work. That Show Am I can usually send it out there. It'll send me the agent. I usually call and try to have a conversation with the agent just to see if they're a
like
good
$50.
fit. Yeah, it kind of shows you sometimes it's 39 or 50 or whatever. We've rarely used it, but a couple of times. I kind of like
Show Am I?
Show Am I, and you just sign up for it. You can be a showing agent too if you want to be, but it's just been effective for me because sometimes if you have if I'm going out, because I know I work a little bit broader regions than some people do. But I don't mind if I'm going to show 6 houses. Absolutely. I'm gonna go in that. But after that process, when our client's like, hey, we just found this house. You think we can stop by there today? It's just easier for me to be $50. They open the door. The agents are usually pretty professional. They don't, I tell my clients, don't have a discussion with them about price or negotiation or anything like that. They're simply there just to help you on the tour.
Did you have a comment?
So
Okay.
I was gonna say, I've done deals in other cities because of Shawami. So I sold a home in Houston and I sold 2 homes around the San Antonio area because of Shawami, because we don't have access anyways either.
What are you saying?
Shawami. I don't know if it's called Shawami or Shawami.
Oh,
I thought it was
Shawami,
called
okay.
Shawami.
Well,
Okay.
But,
Show Am I?
That's the West Texas version.
but I closed 3 deals in other cities because of that, and it cost me maybe $150.
That's cheap.
And then they'll even meet you there to open the door for you because we can't use Super if you're not on the MLS.
Is it an app or just a
Yes, it is.
website?
an app, yeah.
And if for the newer agents, I might have told you, if you want to make extra cash, it's like $30 a pop, $35 a pop just to go open the door for somebody, and you can sign up for your area.
Please sign up if you don't have anything to do.
I think that Susan was doing it for a while. Susan McReynolds was doing it. And I think one day she went and showed 4 or 5 houses in Granbury, and the person offered her $300 to do it.
Wow.
And she was like, I wouldn't do anything. She was like, I would show houses from 1 to 4. And she was like, okay,
You
cool.
can open houses and make extra cash, or you can't do an open house, you can pay somebody and they have to have a certain amount of signs. It really is
It's awesome.
I'll be getting that app today.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about a retreat. A true personal retreat, however, is different. It's an intentional withdrawal to a place where the freedom of unscripted life can be experienced, where unplanned discoveries and encounters can happen. It's a time, a place where even if others are present, there's an opportunity for solitude, when the still, soft voice of the soul can be heard because the mind and the heart are calmed. It is a withdrawal from scheduled demands to sacred desisting. Okay, so have you ever gotten in your car and you got a 45-minute drive? You got to go someplace and you don't listen to nothing.
Yes, and everybody thinks I'm a nut.
We thought that anyway.
It's a little weird.
I am, but not for that reason.
So highly recommend spending some solitude time in your car. Turn it off. Just drive. It's a great place. If you can do it at home, it's even better. But if your house is like Taj's house or my house, I've got kids everywhere and it's just not going to happen. So like by the time 4 o'clock gets there and kids are out of school, there's no peace and privacy in my house at all, period. During the day when everybody's gone, but I get more solitude. I get better calming just in my car when I'm driving from my house to here. It's 20 minutes and it's 20 minutes of just silence. And it's wonderful.
It sounds kind of silly, but and Holly knows she tries to avoid my rule, but like for me, like I drop all the boys off at like around 8 o'clock, 7:50, 8 o'clock or whatever. And then I tell people, unless there is something urgent, I do not answer the phone from 8 to 9. That is like, and if I'm on my car, you drive beside me, it will be a concert. But that's kind of like my
Brain
my
time.
hour of mental, like I get to listen, do whatever I want to. And I mean, unless there's something urgent, a house is on fire or something, like I don't answer business calls either. I start after 9.
There you go.
Because that's just kind of like, for me, I kind of get rid of the kids and mornings, which are getting real, it's going to be real after February. But then at 9 o'clock, I'm like ready to like turn business on. So I can enjoy my coffee, whatever, my phone or my music or whatever I'm doing. And then I can like turn business on.
So that's a retreat. So it is wisdom, not weakness, to invest in the act of purposefully withdrawing, resting, strengthening, and restoring your vision or refining our pace. Retreating is taking time to personally debrief and face the reality of a situation and allows for a more restorative way to combat exhaustion. So I'm giving you all this because we are about to get into that season. And if you're anything like me, the anxiety starts to build. And I get very anxious when I have too many people needing things. When I get where I can't answer a phone call from you guys or a text because I have so many things that I have to get done, my anxiety gets really high and my shoulders start to hurt right here. And I just don't want to feel that. So I'm going to be doing a lot of this spring. I hope that you will be too. Here's some tips to make retreats helpful. It's best done daily or at least weekly. It can create an hour or two for an intentional treat for yourself. Even 10 minutes a day can be helpful. Middle of the day walks or regroup time can be helpful. Jimmy made a point that when he gets really anxious and he had a lot of stuff going on with all the different things he's got going, he'll be here at the office, eat his lunch, and then he'll go for a walk and just get away. Leave his phone here and get away. 30 minutes. Doesn't hurt to do that. You must be intentional with this time. Debrief the issue and be honest with yourself. Take ownership of your role and give understanding to how you feel and why. Make a plan of how and when to go back and tackle. Plan to explore with your thoughts either verbally or through writing. It's okay if there's no conscious conclusion or plan. You can leave with a plan of that just sucked and I'm ready to move past it. Side note, vacations are absolutely necessary as well and should be held in high importance. However, our culture typically doesn't have a problem finding this time. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to hit the news, market update, what's going on. February numbers aren't out yet. I was hoping they'd be out this morning from Greater Fort Worth or Retrotex, but nobody published this morning. So we'll hit those after spring break. Sorry. I can probably put them, you'll probably see them come through your email from Greater Fort Worth, but they're not out as of this morning. I haven't got the email yet. So today, Fed Chairman, that's Jerome Powell, just so you know, he takes the stand to testify in front of Congress today and tomorrow. It will be questioned and hopefully will provide a more specific timeline for rate cuts. If we see positive inklings from Powell, you may see some mortgage companies step on the gas and start improving their interest rates ahead of the Fed. Okay? So there is a caveat to this. Friday, we get the second piece of economic news that has consistently moved the market, which is non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. If the number comes in higher than expectations, any gains we got from Powell will be erased. This report has consistently moved the market every month for the last year. If we continue to see above trend strength in employment, there will be no catalyst for the Fed to start their cutting cycle. So if unemployment is better than expected, whatever Powell says in Congress today and tomorrow won't make a difference. So we got today, tomorrow, and Friday, and we'll start seeing something. Now, what I'm seeing outside of this, I didn't put it all in here, is they're thinking June for the start. If we have the ability to get the rate cut. We are going to talk about that right now, though. Right now, rates are running in the 7 to 7.5. They adjusted a little bit last week. They were down 14 points, 0.14 earlier this week. But with Jerome Powell testifying today, they've actually gone back up. Yesterday, I looked, the average in the United States was 7.66 yesterday. So if you're seeing a 7, if your people are getting a 7, that's not a bad rate, but we always have the buy downs. Everybody's buying down. Use the buy downs, please. If you don't understand how that works, come see me. Come see Tasha. Come see Maria. Anybody, Jim, everybody. So everybody knows how to do this, so we can talk about it. Okay, so nationally, listings are up 14.8% year over year. That's 4 straight months of growth, which is normal. That's traditional. The median sales price grew by 0.303 year over year. Days on market, this is interesting. 61 days average, 4 days shorter than last year, and more than 14 days shorter than pre-pandemic. Days on market.
I mean,
They were up around 75 pre-pandemic. National. I'm going to hit the South in just a minute.
Oh, okay.
like, oh, yeah.
Okay, so pending home sales are an early indicator of the direction of sales, and they ticked up 3.1% in January. So that's traditional. That's something we would see as we come out of December. January starts to build. February's better. March is okay, and then spring break. That's traditional how it works. The home purchase sentiment index. I put it in there. If you want to go, all you got to type in is housing sentiment index, and you'll see these numbers. Consumer sentiment toward housing hit the highest level in almost 2 years in January, which again is building that wave that we've been talking about that's coming. So interesting stats in the South. Active listings are up 17%, which we've all seen. New listings are up 12.4%. Understand the difference? Listings, there's a lot of houses that were overpriced, people trying to get too much money for them, bad condition, whatever the case. That's where the 17% are, but new listings are up 12%. The median price is up 3.5%, and the days on market is down 4%. Everybody seeing that? Good numbers? Okay. So affordable home inventory. Now, this is a national number. Homes that are considered affordable, 200 to 350, grew by 20% over the last year. Now, a lot of that is some of the builders, some of the people that, if you're in that 350 price range, there are builders still building that product. They're just a little bit further out.
There's
You know,
a lot of great incentives.
a lot of great incentives.
Yeah.
You're not going to find it in North Richland Hills or Hearst, but you might find it on the other side of Weatherford. So, okay, so let's talk about us. For February, Parker County, we had 5 closings. That's the most Parker County's had in almost a year for a month. Not griping, just saying. Angela had a closing. Yeah. Holly, she's not with us today. Oh, she is. She's online. Hello, Holly. And Miss Jen had 3. Big winner. Okay. Fort Worth, we had 13 closings. Megan, who is on, had 2. Yay. Andrew had 1. Ryan had 1. Danielle had one. Gabrielle had a closing. Hannah had a closing. Maria had a closing. Megan had a closing. And Ray had a closing. That's a good month. Okay, so year to date. So last year at the leadership level, our goal was visibility. We wanted to see what we couldn't see. Because we were, we gauge things on how many closings, what the gross commission paid out is, all those things, what our profit is for the brokerage, how are we doing to pay the bills and stuff. One thing that we weren't able to see was the total revenue that was coming through. So just so you know, February, we were 127% of what last year was. So huge, huge. But this is really good. At the end of February, January and February combined, last year we had 18 closings. We had 29 this year.
Is that included? That's not including Bell County, right?
Yes, that does include. That does include. Yes. We had one closing in Bell County in January. So that does include, we had 29 closings, and I've already seen 3 on the books for March. I think there's more in there that Victoria hasn't gotten to yet, but I'm watching one sheet that's feeding off of 7 other sheets. So it's very confusing, and I could show it to you sometime, but you would just go, huh? My wife just looks at me and goes, I don't know what you're talking about. So, okay, so future. Next week, no meetings. There will not be 100 Days to Greatness. There will not be an agent meeting next week. Spend time with your family. Go do something fun. Or go to Meow Wolf. Did you go look at it?
Okay.
Okay. Do you know what Meow Wolf is?
Somebody please explain this to me. I passed it the other
Like
day.
it's
Like,
like
what?
It's an immersive experience. It's kind of psychedelic. It's kind of like you took mushrooms or something.
That's kind of what I got the feel of.
It's a little strange. My wife and Gavin, Grayson and Misty went, my 14-year-old, they went back in like December during Christmas break. And he said, it's just so cool because you walk into a kitchen and you're just standing in this kitchen in Grapevine Mills Mall. And then you open the refrigerator and then you go through the refrigerator into a completely other world.
Oh, is that where it's at?
Yeah, Grapevine Mills.
Children as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's cool. It's very colorful and very bright. But Maria and I were talking yesterday, and I was like, she's going to be here for spring break. I'm like, what are you doing? And they were going zip lining. And I said, go see a Meow Wolf. So anyway, something fun to do. So April 4th, I've got the people signed up for us to meet in Addison. We'll meet in Addison at the hotel, and then we'll get to sit together on the 4th, which does not, we had talked about skipping 100 Days to Greatness on the 3rd. We are not going to skip. We will go right through because this is going to be on the Thursday. On April the 24th, Highland Homes will be back with us for Builder Boot Camp here in the office at 10 a.m. So that's going to be our mastermind on the 24th. On May the 8th, we're doing a CE class with JC Johnson on video. That's real estate law. So that's going to be on May the 8th. So if you can make plans to be here, bring your $5 or whatever, and it'll be an hour of CE. In case you haven't noticed, I do try to do at least 10 hours of CE during the year so that you can, if you're trying to get your CEs instead of SAEs, sorry, but CEs, you can get those. You still need elective credit too. So these are electives. So we'll try to do those during the year. That's it for this morning. So now we can have discussion. What's going on? Where are you seeing? What are you feeling? Problems that you're experiencing? Let's discuss.
Going back to the whole vacation topic or even retreat topic. So is it a new Trek law or something that came out this year that you have 2 days to get back to a client reaching out? There's something along those lines that I read
Yeah,
when
so-
I was in SAE.
I don't think it's necessarily just a client point of view. They were trying to move forward that if you are like, because we saw it in the pandemic to be a huge problem when we had a really aggressive seller's market, is that, agents were getting 2, 10, 15, 20 offers, and listing agents were not responsive, which put buyer's agents in a huge bind because clients felt like they weren't being served properly. Because here we are, we've extended questions, offers, or things like that, and we're not getting a response. So Trek is implementing, I'm pretty sure it's already passed, that listing agents and or buyer agents, if you are reached out to or communicated about a property or offer or some type of pertinent information to a property being sold, you have 48 hours to respond or it is a compliance issue.
Okay, I believe it has already passed, because I think when this came to my attention, it's while I was doing my SAA courses,
Yeah.
so I think.
Yes, it has already passed. It is not 2 business days. It is 2 days, 2 calendar days.
So that's why I just wanted to.
I think it's just really important when you talk about
Thank you,
vacation
Sheree.
or retreat or whatever it is, I mean, we do this for Holly and I. If I'm out of town or out of the country or whatever, not being receptive, I always try to leave. Well, if I'm working on any files, I obviously try to follow up with text or email or something like, hey, if you can't get a hold of me, call her.
Right.
So leave someone that can at least be a little bit knowledgeable about what's going on with your file so they can respond and be like, I don't know the answer, but let me find out.
And I have a rule for me as the broker that if you guys contact me for any reason, I have 2 days to get back to you.
Also, it's the same for you too, for us.
Yeah, but that's the broker rule is if an agent contacts me if anybody contacts me, another broker, I have 2 days. That's the broker.
Is
rule.
that new as well? Is that-
No, it's been around for a long time, but I mean, you guys know me. If you send me a text, if it's not within 3 minutes, it'll be within the hour, I promise. Even if I'm on vacation, I'll still be back to you. The best thing to know I'm on vacation is to send me an email.
Yeah.
But it's literally, what it's really is, if you get an offer on a property, all you have to do, I mean, if you get it, just even on your phone, just say offer received. That's
Yeah.
all you need to say.
That's all you
That's
say.
communication. That's all they were even looking for. I think some agents were like,
Right.
just say that you got it, so.
Right.
Or, I mean, because I saw it last weekend with a client, of course, saw a property, whatever, it was multiple offer situation. Use showing time or use Broker Bay to send out a mass email to everybody that's shown.
Right.
If then that's because I know, like, I had a property one time and like we had 36 showings in one day and I had 14 offers within like 12 hours. And it's like trying to sort through that and just respond to people and respond offer received. And so, I just jump in there and send an email out, said multiple offers received, deadlines, you will be hearing from me by tomorrow at 10 a.m. So at least people know, and at least, because I try to be courteous because I get super frustrated with listing agents who act like I don't exist because then I don't have anything to tell my clients. Well, and then it just makes the industry look bad at all because I have to give an excuse. Well, I haven't heard from them. So I just try to send out some type of mass email so they can go back to their buyer and say, well, by 10 o'clock in the morning, we'll hear some type of communication.
Right. I guess that was kind of my question, like what suffices as
Yeah.
the proper communication back?
Just an email or a text is usually sufficient. Whatever they connect, it's basically the same thing your clients do for you. Like if a client is a texter and they like texting, then text them.
Yeah.
If they like a phone call, then maybe a phone call is better. But I always tell my people, hey, look, you can text me, you can email me, you can call me. I prefer text if it's quick yes or no. If it's something I need to look up, email me. If the barn's on fire, call me. Because that's when I know that there's something that I need to address right now. Because if you call me, I'm probably going to answer. One of y'all call me, I'm probably going to answer unless I'm doing this or with a client.
Yeah, I try to follow those guidelines with everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
and I think another thing is that's sort of helpful for me, like when I'm out of town or on vacation or just, not wanting to work or whatever. It's just to kind of set up guardrails with my clients, like that I'm actively working with to say, hey, I'm going to be on vacation, but
Sorry, she's just like, you don't have to be so available.
Yeah.
Because I think I have always struggled with the other side of that. Is just always feeling like I have to respond and always feeling like, oh my gosh, the world's gonna burn down if I don't acknowledge this message or I don't, respond immediately. And so being on the flip side of that, I think, yes, setting up the parameters is huge because it sets the expectation and then, you're not expected to then respond outside of those hours. And if you do, that's on you. But I do think that's also like, I don't know that any of us have a hard time responding.
Yeah.
I know I don't.
I feel like everybody here is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I know we've all dealt with the agent that you can't get in touch with, but
Yeah.
I don't know that any of us are that person. So also on the flip side of that, don't hesitate to say, hey, I'm in the middle of something.
I
I'm gonna
may
get back to this in a second.
I'll make a joke about it and I'm like, just so you know, like I do go to bed pretty early. So if you don't text me at 11:30 PM expecting a response, I will not text you at 4:30 AM when I get up. But I'm dead serious. Like I almost text somebody at 6:30 this morning. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do it because they respect my boundaries in my head. I'm just like calling them, I'm already working. So like, nope, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hold off to. You just have to set those boundaries from the very beginning. And I think we will get more respect as agents when people realize that we can have like, you can, and I did it. You can have like 9 to 7, 9 to 6:30. Obviously stuff happens later in the evening that you do, but the important stuff, yes, but there's stuff that you can be like, no.
Well, and I,
You can respond like a text message on the records, you know.
well, and I will say, I mean, just being an agent, 10 plus years in the business, if you do not set guardrails up for yourself, like me, if I'm not actively negotiating a contract past 8 o'clock, I'm not going to respond to you. You know why? Because that's my, if it's my, probably not even my kids' so I'm probably like, y'all go away. But if I don't, because I will tell you, if you do not set up guardrails for yourself, days, times, or whatever, your business will be affected by it. Because I have had years where I'm like, oh my God, I made so much money. And the next year I'm like, I couldn't get a deal to save my life. And it's because I didn't take care of myself mentally and physically. I didn't put up guardrails to say, you know, so I would overwork myself to the point that like, you know, you kind of like hands off. I don't care because yeah, well, yeah, you do. You absolutely do. They notice your demeanor and things like that. So, I mean, I can say personally, I can pull years that I can say like 2017. I think I made a ton of money in 15 and 16. 17, I literally like lost, I don't know, I mean, a ton of money. Because I mean, it was just, you know, between 3 kids and sports and business and phone calls, you hit a wall. So I would say that's probably the most important thing you can do for yourself is set up some guidelines. That's why I will answer my phone from like 9 to 7 during the day. Beyond that, unless there's really something going on, I won't. And I mean, do I probably lose a lead or two every now and then? That's okay.
Yep. The people they're going to contact you at 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night.
I'll reach back out.
Well, but if they're that
Yeah.
hungry at 9:30,
Probably not need to work with them.
correct, it's probably a Zillow lead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm sending you a lead, and I'm probably not going to send it to you that night. I'll probably wait till the next morning at 6 a.m. to send it to you, and then you get back to me when you're awake. I don't expect if I send you a text at 5:30, I don't expect you to respond. I just want you to know it when you get up and look at your phone. Anything else anybody's got going?
I've got something you're going on. I had a client that needed to be in a $400,000 or less price point, and they really wanted a new build. We found a new build in Springtown. They were super excited about it. And the home builder will not provide a warranty. So I was talking to a couple of people that told me that residential home builders don't have to provide a home builder's warranty, but the builders by Texas property home builders actually responsible for up to 1 year bumper to bumper kind of terminology. But basically that just protects them like they can get sued. That is no good for my buyer. So then yesterday I asked them if they would pay for 3-year home warranties or 2-10 home warranties for $750 they spent. So that kind of frustrated my buyer, but you know, no big deal. Like I don't mind paying for it, but my buyer's like, I don't want you paying for it. I want them paying for it.
Right.
So that's something I was a little bit frustrated with and kind of ran into, and I just want to kind of mention it, see if you guys have ran into something similar. It's a small time home builder, and they said, I'm dealing with an agent, an actual listing agent that lists all of their homes for the last year, and she just said they are too small to be able to afford a builder warranty. What? JPK Homes in Springtown.
Interesting.
Will they allow you to get a third-party inspection and fix everything? before
Yeah,
you-
we got a third-party inspection. They agreed to fix everything except for a couple of cosmetic things. So yes, they did. But one of the items that was on the list that we didn't even request was the dishwasher one of the buttons
Yeah.
for the dishwasher didn't work. And so I'm like, but it's gonna be covered under home warranty. Yes, we can request that. And then they're like, we're not doing home warranty. So then
She
you
said
have to go
about
back.
it.
Well, but is there a manufacturer warranty on this?
Theoretically, but what they can tell me is this house was completely vacant for over a year and while they were waiting to
I
sell
thought she
it.
was surgery.
And then I kind of got word,
Surveys.
but does that count as a new build, new appliance? So I don't know. I'm just having a lot of investigation to try to help protect my buyers.
JK?
JPK.
Oh,
I
JPK.
don't know who.
I don't know. You know what that
They
makes,
have any social media
Well, the
presence.
fact that she goes, well, we can't afford that. I'm like, well, what can't you afford?
You can afford it.
They give us $10,000 in seller concessions. I don't know, because I don't think it's Cairo. That's a good question. Can you ask the?
Let me see the house.
owner?
I can tell
I
you.
can show you. I
I can tell you.
That's funny you just mentioned that, because I found. out
Because
that
you know they're out of business now.
Yeah, thanks. You're probably right. Anyway, so what about the fact that the, a warranty is purchased on a new build? Is that okay too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just go through anybody, any of the any of the warranty companies will honor that.
And I can send you, like, the couple of the gold cards inside, they're a small folder. I can send you the website they use for their home warranty, and it's like a 327, something like that. And I don't know how much it costs, but I think.
It's gotta be better than just a regular.
Yeah.
Can go.
I would like that. Warranty is fine. All that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I can send you that.
Since that, if you guys have any suggestions for me on that, that's been my one weird thing going on.
I want to remind you guys that, about the Slack channel at the top. When you're in your phone, on computer, it's different. If you, like, I have a window open, on Slack, like a browser window, and the bookmarks are up there, but in the phone, and you guys online won't be able to see this, but when you're in, we get into the Slack channel. So when you're in guides on the channel here, up at the top, you'll see that it says pound guides. I'm pound instead of hashtag, sorry.
I understood.
Hashtag guides, pound, that's a pound sign, okay? It really is. Okay, but if you click that actual word, it'll pull this screen up, and then halfway down it says bookmarks. And underneath bookmarks is where the quick links are, and that gives you everything that's in that channel. So it's got a lot of links and a lot of cool stuff that you might need access to, like mission values, the CBA process, subject matter experts. It'll be highly useful next week while spring break's around. So use your subject matter experts. Then it's got Canva Pro, it's got the preferred vendors, leasing procedures, the referral form, 6th Avenue staging service. Did y'all know that is there? Yeah, we announced it. You were gone probably. So yeah, if you go to the 6th Avenue staging service, it'll allow you to open that up. And it's a flyer where you can have, Kayla, she just left. I was actually gonna have her come in here. But yeah, this, I can't present this from here, but it's a flyer about the staging and what it costs. It's like $250 for Kayla to go spend time with your client to do staging.
So it's just stated with like what they're have.
Yes.
Not-
Move stuff around. It's a consultation.
Okay, but not like go stage.
No, we don't, she doesn't do that. And it's huge. I need to make that smaller. It's 43 megabytes. I'll fix that. But like, so like some people were asking this week, somebody asked me about the colors, the branding, the logos. That's down here at the bottom, and that'll take you into the Dropbox and actually allow you to see all the brand standards. It's pulling up. It's going to be signing. But you'll already be there. But it's got all the hex colors and all that stuff that we need, that you need for flyers. It's all there in the Dropbox.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can we put the link there in request form in the chat instead of CDA request?
Just say it again.
So the listing, not listing, the lease payment form.
Oh.
Like not that I've done more this year than I have ever, but I just messed up and the code was like, yeah, you're supposed to do it the other way. And I was like, yes, I am. And counterintuitive to fill everything out and reach out and then go somewhere else to
Mhm.
get that form. So I just didn't know if we did that as well.
The reason we have the lease request form in, our Google is because it actually populates on a spreadsheet that we have to keep track of.
Is there a way to then,
Put a copy,
no, or either that, or just like on the checklist releases, make that a checklist item. It just like maybe says C lease request for, or lease payment form. So that I don't want to waste anybody's time and until,
would you send me a message about that?
yes, just until it's,
Site, text, email, whatever,
Yeah.
and I will do that.
okay.
I'll put it as a checklist
Yeah,
item.
item.
Here's where you go to get this, you do this.
And then maybe remove the CDA request.
Out of the lease on the reach out.
Maybe- I don't know if that's useful for anybody else that's doing
That would be
leases.
useful.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, oh, why did I just fill this
I
out?
forget
I wasted
that
my
you-
time. I wasted
And then if random checks
time.
come, I'm like,
Okay. So, yeah, so switch those two. So just send me a text to do that and I will get it done before I leave for vacation. Anybody else? Anything? What's going on in the appraisal world?
No, I can definitely see that things are picking up. We just a lot of, just everybody's getting busier, where I think that's gonna continue to show in our opportunities as well.
Did you have something else?
I was gonna, the suggestions on the broker responsibility class, but do we do that here every once in a while, or for the continuing ed?
No, because it's a very lengthy class. It's a CE class that you can
Right,
take,
right.
but no,
Just
I
kind
don't.
of find it wherever.
Yeah, it would be too long to do in office because it's like a 6 hour.
Yeah.
thing. It's a
So,
really long class.
I had to take it the entire time I was at EXP.
I had to take it too.
But I'll tell you, the best place to go take it, like to actually like learn something,
Yes.
is Champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they have like
Like
a
in
1 day
person?
class, yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, it's all day. It's like an 8 to 4, something like that. But I mean, I'm kind of a dork when it comes to like legal 1 and 2 and broker
Mhm.
something. Like, I want to go hear what's changing.
You have to take that?
Not unless you're, I
Unless
mean,
you're a
it's
broker?
good, but
It's really good information because
Yeah.
it really dives down into the nuts and bolts of what we do. I have to take it. Y'all don't have to take it.
I thought that, for some reason, I thought that was part of the 2 year.
No, you have to have contract, 3 hours of contract.
Okay.
If you're like a supervisor, so if you have like a team, you have to take it.
Yes, if you're a team leader, you have to take it.
Yeah.
But so you don't have to, but I highly recommend it because there's just a wealth of information in that class.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Even online, even for like the CE shop,
Mhm.
there's just, I was taking notes the whole time and I don't take notes in these classes. I'm usually just click, let it run, click, let it run, just like you guys do.
I don't do
What?
that.
The timer,
I did start that
Why do you
buyer's
do
agent.
You can
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the timer where it has to stay on a certain page for 7 minutes and you're
No,
like,
like the bits and driving.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for your time today. I appreciate it. Ashley, Megan, Sheree, Holly, thank you guys for joining us. I'll put this link up on YouTube. Anybody got anything else before we say goodbye?
I was gonna say too, I told Jimmy this weekend, and I'm sure everybody has seen it. If y'all come up here by yourselves, especially ladies, if you come up here at night, be aware of what's across the street. If you're in here by yourself, lock yourself in, lock your car. I pulled up this weekend and was just like, oh, this is different since the last time I was here. I couldn't see anybody. I could just see everybody's stuff. And by the time I'd gotten out of my car and around the corner, like 2 people had kind of walked up. And they didn't come out of the lots, but
over there is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
there's
Yeah,
just,
like
there's
a little
there's an
homeless
encampment
situation.
over there.
They're
And
trying to
so
get rid of them.
they are, but
they're
I'm just,
posting.
in the
In the
meantime,
meantime,
like, just be aware. We've had people break in, we've had people living behind the building. Just,
be aware.
We've had people hang out on the couch.
yeah,
But what?
We-
Can someone left the door unlocked?
No, somebody
No,
broke
I
it.
think
Somebody,
that was with the
Oh,
kitchen
yeah, they
window,
came through the
right?
kitchen window.
and they, when the police got here, he was sleeping on the couch. He was
Yeah.
just trying to get warm. It was during the freeze
Yeah.
last year.
But like Jimmy's come up and there've been people that like, it's rare, but just.
Just be aware.
Just be aware,
Lock
especially.
yourself in if you're here by yourself.
Yeah, and lock your car, just
Carry your gun.
carry your gun, all the things.
Happy spring break. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
literally,
So Athens
it's not,
is town.
it's not here, I've been to Greece, it's not here.
Is it in Mexico or where?
She was like, it's-
Okay.
so it's like